You know that feeling? That little wave of dread that washes over you right before guests are supposed to arrive? It's actually a super common feeling. Today, we're going to dig into the psychology behind why protecting our own personal space is such a powerful, almost primal instinct.
So picture it. The house is spotless, you've got snacks laid out, everything is perfectly ready for people to come over. But instead of being excited, you just feel this anxiety building up. If that's ever been you, and if you've ever felt kind of guilty about it, trust me, you are so not alone.
Yeah, it's so easy to turn that feeling inward, right? To think, I'm just a bad host, or maybe I'm just antisocial. But the real reason is way more interesting than that. This has nothing to do with being a bad person. What you're feeling is a very real, very deep-seated neurological response happening inside your brain.
To really get why this happens, we have to start with the role our home plays in our life. It's so much more than just a roof over our head. It's our sanctuary. Psychologists even have a name for it, our decompression zone.
So, what in the world is a decompression zone? Well, it's that one essential place where we can finally let our guard down. Just think about it for a second. When we're out in the world, we're constantly on, aren't we? We're performing, we're managing other people's expectations, we're being the person everyone needs us to be. Home is where all that pressure is supposed to just melt away.
And this idea fits into this rhythm that we all have. Every day, we put on our social mask to go out and deal with the world. Then, we come back to our sanctuary to decompress, to finally take that mask off. And that little cycle, it is absolutely vital for our mental and emotional recovery.
Okay, so if our home is this super important sanctuary, what happens when we invite other people into it? Well, from your brain's point of view, it can feel like your one safe harbor is suddenly under attack. And that feeling triggers a really powerful response called territorial stress.
The second that doorbell rings and your guests walk in, they aren't just stepping into your house. On a neurological level, they are stepping into your brain's one designated safe zone. And that can set off a whole cascade of internal alarm bells.
You see, our brains are literally wired to crave predictability and routine in our sanctuary. And guests, well, they're the definition of unpredictability. They disrupt our routines, they move things, they ask questions, and all this can feel like a mental intrusion, which kicks the brain's threat detection system into high gear. All of a sudden, your quiet decompression zone feels, well, anything but.
And here is the most crucial thing to remember. That feeling of stress or anxiety, it is not a personality flaw. It's a completely normal biological function. It's your brain's ancient, hardwired survival software kicking in to defend its one true safe space.
Let's just let that sink in for a moment, because it's really the heart of the whole thing. The feeling you get is not a moral failing. It's a neurological response. Your brain is just doing its job. It's reacting to the feeling that it's losing its safety and control. It's just science. It's not a judgment of your character.
And that brings us to one last thought. Now that you get the why behind this hosting anxiety, you can stop seeing it as something to feel guilty about and start seeing it for what it is, a signal from your brain. So the real question isn't, what's wrong with me? The real question is, knowing all this, how will you choose to protect your sanctuary?